Hey guys, DT here. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're here for the first time. And today we're jumping into a second part of the previous episode that I released just yesterday. So go ahead and check it out in the description below if you haven't already seen the first part of the Operation Dead End. Right now, I'm going to show you the remaining three bases, including Quick Charge, Alamo, and Duality. So this over here is what Quick Charge looked like before anything went down on the base. And in the previous video, I've mentioned that the Doom Cannon has been really difficult. It is kind of a tank of a defense right now, and Doom Cannon has always been OP, but with the recent increase in the damage, guys, it is absolutely dangerous. So here's the first attack by Mr. Tinnis. If you guys remember from the previous episode, I basically am going to show the first attack. I'm going to show everyone in the middle, but I am going to fast forward them, and then I will show the last attack. I feel that way you really get to see every single step that it took to take down the base. And previously I would just show the first and the last attack, and it does leave out a ton of things that happened in between, and that's why I decided to break this into two videos. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. But take a look at what's about to go down over here. Tinnis will not know what hit him. A little bit of a premature drop of critters, and then look at that. All of his Zookas, well, not all, but a lot of them, get completely taken down by the Doom Cannon, and then he doesn't even stand a chance at a single thing where he placed his Zookas. So let's go ahead and run through the remaining attacks on Quick Charge, and most of these were done with All Zooka combo, and actually the last one was kind of the one where there was a little bit of a change in a plot, in a twist in a plot, but essentially Zookas were still the ones to bring down the power core. So let's take a look at Rain, who is going to try and eliminate a few of the rocket launchers over here, and then make it easier for the next person to come in and place the Zookas over by the power core. He's also going to take care of those mines by the power core, which is really essential for the next person. And then with just a few Zookas left, they'll take their time and run out of it and get a few more VPs by taking down the mini power cell. So let's go ahead and take a look at Alex's attack. Alex here is going to also use All Zooka combo, and he is going to do something really necessary and something that helped the next person to bring down the power core super easily. He actually is going to take down the power core shield, because we did not worry about going in over on the left hand side and removing two of the shield generators. He is going to just take down the shield with the power of Zookas, and it does take quite a bit of time because there is a lot of health in that shield, and so the next person is going to be able to successfully finish up the base. Now, Michael here is using a very interesting troop combo. He's got Zookas and one boat of warriors. Now, Zookas and warriors have such different speed, so look at how quickly these few warriors are going to be taken down with the Doom Cannon. The Doom Cannon is no joke, guys. Absolutely powerful, so deadly. So the Doom Cannon basically taking all of them out with just a few blows. So he's actually going to finish this off really easily, and like I said, it's basically all Zooka's base because warriors didn't really even have a chance to hit up any single defense on power on this task force base. So effectively, Quick Charge was taken out by ladies and ladies only. So now we're jumping into Alamo. Alamo is the second base in this episode, and take a look at everything that is happening there. It is a very busy base. So the team is actually going to regroup and decide to go from the left hand side, because that seems to be the most logical way to actually proceed with the attack. And look at a few of the critter boxes that went out there to eliminate some of the mines, I'm assuming, but I do think that they were maybe unnecessary, because I think we could have just gone a little bit further straight up, and maybe that's me being a little bit too nitpicky, but I always try to look at each attack and analyze it, including my very own. You guys know I am very critical of my attacks, and look at this fun attack over here. Both first part of this video and second part of the first part of this operation and second part of this operation is featuring multiple all warrior rushes, which are always lots of fun to watch. So this one here is going to take down a few of the rocket launchers, and that is going to be really, really instrumental in helping out the team in getting further and further into the base, and then obviously essentially taking the whole thing down. And this was a successful operation. A lot of people participated, and we've taken everything down. Every single VP was earned, and look at how beautifully this gets executed over here. The warriors separate eventually, but then they get regrouped with a flare and taken down the additional rocket launcher, and then one more rocket launcher. And I am not great with warriors, guys. I will be the first person to tell you. And especially when there are so many things hitting them up, so many rocket launchers on every possible side of the task force's base, this was a really beautiful execution. And then the Louis comes in over here, and he does an amazing job opening up the entire left flank by using a combo of Zuckuss and Johnsons. And he is going to get quite far into the base. And look at how many defenses were eliminated. So now that the path is paved, we're basically going to go ahead and start heading from the left-hand side closer and closer, and Comandari here is going to remove a few of the shield generators, which is awesome, and also a few of the defenses up in the left-hand side corner, which will be awesome because that way you can flare in that corner and try to get your troops as close as possible. Now those Doom Cannons obviously have to go, because if we're going to be taking this out from the left, they do need to be eliminated. And a little bit of a misflare, but then essentially getting the troops to where they needed to be by Samir, and Samir takes out the two rocket launchers, which were kind of a bane of this base's existence. And now that they're out, it is going to be much, much easier to finish the job that was first started. And Akil over here is going to take down a few of the boom cannons. Now the boom cannons cluster is out, but there's still two like right below the belly, and those will continue to hit up the troops as the operation continues, but they are not going to be that detrimental, so nobody's actually going to try and take them fully out. I believe GH is actually going to try to barrage one of them, but is not going to have enough GB to finish it off. But essentially we are still going to be able to bring down the base by placing the troops exactly where they are. Now I am going to be the person to finish off this base. My team is really awesome, and every once in a while they'll let me have all the fun and claim the glory by finishing the job that they've all worked so hard for. So GH is going to take down the shield generator, and he actually, I think, would have been able to take down the entire base. It was just a function of time. So let's watch his beautiful grouping of Zuckuss, and he smokes them up to the core. A few of them are outside of that smoke zone, so they do kind of get hit up a big time. Then he reflares them once more, and that one boom cannon, guys, is still hitting them up, but it's okay. It's going to take out a few of them, but essentially the power core shield is going to be taken down, and then I will proceed and I will have a very easy job. So let's take a look at what I did over here. I'm using all Zuckuss once more, just following the tradition of the few previous players, and then flaring them so that they are outside of the range of the major defenses. Now, of course, the boom cannon, like I said, was in the range, so I basically just used my GB to shock them because I had plenty of GBE. So now let's go ahead and jump into Duality, which will be the last base on Operation Dead End. And the first attack was done by Nico using Warriors, and the Warriors are going to take down that one rocket launcher dead in the middle, and a little bit of a sloppy overlaying of the smoke screens, but it's okay because essentially he still gets the job done and takes down that rocket launcher. And even if you guys, if you're watching this and you're one of the people that only got one VP, it's really not that big of a deal. There are plenty of times when I myself am not able to get any more than just one VP, but every single defense that goes down gets your team one step closer. So if you're really hard on yourself, of course it's good to be hard on yourself because that means that you're continuing to improve, but don't be too hard on yourself because this is a team effort, and I'm sure your team will always appreciate every bit of the effort that you put into the task force. So let's jump into the next attack, and this one here is by David. David is going to remove remove 2 of the rocket launchers that are directly above the power core, and that is going to make the job of the team so much easier, because otherwise we would have to be constantly using GBE to continue to shock those, so that the troops would be able to make their way to the power core. So basically here the success is defined by taking down those 2 rocket launchers, and David was able to do that flawlessly, so that was absolutely awesome. Now we had a little bit of an accident here with Mr. Weimgender. I don't know how to properly pronounce it. He's been in the OP for so long in the TF, and I still don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, we've all had those moments when we landed on the beach of the OP and things went south from there really quickly, but it's quite okay. I thought I would show every single attack in this particular video, so let's go ahead and see the next one here. Till Daddy is using the wonderful and the powerful Zookas, and they're going to be able to get closer and closer to the HQ, take down a bunch of stuff, and look at how quickly they are going to, well, they are going to go down super fast. But he did take down a few of the defenses. The shock blaster and the rocket launchers and a few other defenses just were completely brutal, and that basically did not allow for a longevity of Lady Zookas. So Death by Slapshot here is going in, and he's going in from the left just like everybody else. Kind of does a little bit of a cover landing on the Zookas over here, just so that they are not hit up by the rocket launchers on the right hand side. Really beautiful landing. I always love watching troop landings. For some reason, to me, it's just I don't know, it seems so beautiful, especially when they go like one after another in perfect order. That to me is just priceless. So he is walking up his ladies all the way to the power core, and he directs them at the power core, and look how quickly they take it down. So the final attack by Death by Slapshot, totally beautiful with all Zookas. So guys, this will be it for Operation Dead End. This was a part 2 of the 2-part video, and go ahead and watch the first one if you haven't already seen it, to see the Tapir, Axiom, and Torrent bases, which we took down very successfully. If you haven't seen the video, I'll drop the link in the description below. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed what you've seen, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Until then, DT is out.